Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation.
Yes, indeed. Now, more than before, we must show that we love our country and that we will do everything to improve it, to better it. I want to welcome you to the Hub. Again, another opportunity for you and I to engage in a meaningful way. And I know a lot of the listeners and viewers were looking forward to hearing me this morning, but I just couldn't be on this morning. I was extremely tired, very, very tired. So I do apologize for the inconvenience caused this morning, because I know religiously so we have folks who look forward to the program. I want to start off by encouraging or asking those on Facebook and YouTube to please share the live. Sharing is caring. When you do, you give your friends, your colleagues the opportunity to be a part of the conversation. I want to say all the activities that the NDC organized were very, very successful. So you need to give yourself a round of applause. All right? So that's important. They were very, very successful. From the dance to Karikou to the National Day of Prayer and Candlelight Vigil, the bingo, the address to the nation, everything, all the activities were very successful. I mean, the bingo tip it all off, right? We saw thousands of people at that bingo. That must have the NNP shaken to the left, right, and center. Grenadians are gravitating more and more towards the NDC brand. And wherever our prime minister is, Grenadians want to be there. They want to be associated with this brand, this team of young men and women. And it says a lot. It speaks volumes, because historically that was not the case with both parties, right? We have to be real with both parties. In off season, you don't get that kind of traction and so on. But the NDC is gaining more and more, people and love, and people want to be a part of the NDC. They just want to be there. So again, give yourself kudos, thumbs up, a round of applause. You, the people, you continue to make every single thing that the NDC is involved in a success. And it's because of you. So you're the ones who are responsible for making it successful. And all those who organize behind the scenes, who are working extremely hard, thumbs up. Thank you very much for doing that. All the volunteers, I saw you at the bingo and nearly all the events. You had volunteers, you had groups, you have people within the NDC doing the work. And it says a lot that the NDC is well-oiled. It's a well-oiled machinery. NDC is well organized. So while the NNP is fighting to get stuff done or to organize stuff, the NDC can organize stuff, and they're all very, very successful. So I want to encourage them, keep doing what you're doing. It is working. Our beloved Prime Minister made a number of media appearances, interviews on different platforms, different podcasts, different radio stations, different TV stations, and they have all went down very, very well. Very, very well. Right? So let me just feature two little pieces from our Prime Minister. One from that interview he did on WFM, and one from the address to the nation. Two little pieces. Right? So let's start off with the piece from that WFM interview where you're speaking to young people. All right?
I always say don't give up, right? And also be curious, right? Because you may think this is your calling in life when it's another calling. And so don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't lose that curiosity that we have as children. Because I think that's part of the challenge of growing up. When you're a child, you're inquisitive, you ask questions, you're brave, you're fearless. But as we grow older, we look for safety and security and comfort, and oftentimes that means you don't grow. You don't achieve, you actually don't become happy because you're giving up, in a sense, that innate part of what it is to be a child. So, there's a famous saying, once a man and twice a child, and sometimes we view it in a negative way. But I really view it as a positive way, and I say this because I have children. I mean, honestly, there are times I wish I was my children. Because when you see the carefreeness, the curiosity, the ability to ask questions because holding no grudge, or to disagree with you, someone carrying this with them forever, and 5 minutes later you can talk and move on and so on. So I really do want to say to our young persons, you have the ability to change your lives, right? It may sometimes seem difficult, it may sometimes seem there's no support, but there are a lot of people out there who are always prepared to talk, to mentor, to encourage them. And I just want to say, don't give up on yourself, because you have the longest relationship with yourself and with God. And really, at the end, those are the two that matter. So I think if you remember that, you will certainly be able to achieve and overcome some of the challenges that you face in life.
Right. So that's very inspirational there from our beloved Prime Minister. All right. Speaking to the young people, saying to them, don't give up and don't be afraid to try and to go the extra mile to achieve, your goals, your objectives, and so on. And don't bother with what people may say. All right. Be somewhat carefree in what people going to say. Just go at it and achieve your goals. Achieve your goals.
We would like to hear your boldest ideas for the future of our beloved homeland. Let your imaginations roam freely. In the words of Albert Einstein, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. It is that imagination that led to Grenada being declared an independent nation almost 50 years ago. We must once again find that imagination to allow for greater achievement for the next 50 years. Throughout this past year, we have witnessed the transformative power of unity and determination.
Unity, transformation, and determination. That is what we have witnessed in the last 12 months or so. And I am encouraging all of us to remain positive and to remain focused. Remain positive and remain focused. Do not for one moment believe what we have right here going for us in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. You're actually seeing things happening, communities being transformed. Your homes are being transformed too. The country is being transformed. But do not for a moment believe that everybody in Grenada wants that to happen. You have a group of people who just want power. They want to get back in government because they want power. That's all they're interested in, to get back there, to be able to, sit in one of those ministries as a minister of government, or sit on that big chair as prime minister. That is what you have. So they are desperate to get back in because they want power. They are not about Grenada. They don't want good for you and your family and your community, or else they would support this team of men and women who are doing good. Yesterday someone said to me, Kem Jones, why the opposition not commending the government when they do good stuff? Because they continue to do a lot of good things in our country. And a responsible opposition party going to commend them, applaud them, talk highly about them if they're doing good. So nothing is wrong if you speak about a thing that they're doing bad, right? Because they're not perfect. If you see something that you want them to improve on or fix or so, nothing is wrong with that. But when they do good, you must also come forward and applaud them, right? It's like Cheryl Williams, who calls the WFM Plead Your Cause program. She called, she complained about the boat bridge in Simone Pearls, okay? And the Honorable Andy Williams and the NDC administration, with the technocrats and so on, they assessed the bridge and they decided to fix it, commence the work, and they start fixing the bridge. But Cheryl Williams then goes back on the Plead Your Cause program and complain that they're removing the board, right? They're removing all the board from the bridge, and she started using words to that effect, right? In other words, now they're fixing it, she still has a problem. And people realize that. In fact, one or two people called that program and say, but wait, come on, you complain about the bridge, there's a need to fix it, all right? Complain about it. And the people of Pulse and the people of that area, and they concerned. But when they start fixing it, then you have a problem. So give them time to fix it. So that is the NNP in reality, right? That is how the NNP is functioning. They come across as obstructionists. So they would complain about something. When the government fixes that thing or improve that thing, they would still complain. So you cannot please them. So you just have to just get on with the agenda of transforming Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So I am saying, do not believe for a moment that the NNP will just go to sleep and allow Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique to be transformed. They will not. They want to stand in the way of progress, of opportunities, of genuine transformation, where prosperity will come to you. Your communities will be transformed. It is no longer a situation where you have to run to a constituency office to beg for this or beg for that. The NDC is seeking to empower you so you can fetch for yourself, so you can feed your family for yourself, so you do not become enslaved to some minister of government or somebody within some department. It's a different style of governance that the NDC is rolling out. And I think that's the better type of governance, where I empower you so you can take care of yourself, you can take care of your family, you can take care of your community. That is what that is what we were missing over the many years, right? I heard some friends, on the NNP side saying, well, the government not creating this and creating work and creating this for us. We want the government to create work and create this and create that, right? Because they're accustomed to the NNP giving them that impression that the government alone is the provider, or the government alone can create jobs and opportunities. That is what they were taught. But the private sector should be the main driver in terms of job creation. The government creates the enabling environment, the right environment for opportunities in the private sector, for them to expand, for them to hire more people. That is what's supposed to happen. If you have an ideal society, the private sector should be driving the whole job creation agenda. So you have to get accustomed to that, right? It's not only the government, or it's not only the government's responsibility to create work or create a job for you. You have to reach to that place where you understand the private sector, once they're given the tools, right, the incentives, the assistance required, they would expand, they would hire more people. And that is what's supposed to happen, right? So we have to change that mindset, and more the NNP supporters who would be saying these things over and over. Government has to do this and government has to do that. Come on. If we go down that road, we will end up bankrupt as a society and as a country, right? So again, I want to encourage the government to do what they are doing. The style of governance, it's working. It's going to take some time, right? Because there are some people who just accustomed to going in some constituency office and beg for this and beg for that, right? And the minister needs to do this and the minister needs to do that. That's a culture that they have. It's going to take some time to break. But we have to reach to that place where we say to our people, it's different now, right? We want you to put your hands to the plow. We want you to work. We want you to earn your daily bread. We're going to create the enabling environment. But that is what it's supposed to be. You check it out. There are people who are competent, who are qualified, but they were locked out. They were locked out of the governance process in the country because the NNP was not functioning based on your competence or on merit or your ability to do the job. They were just giving you because you support them, and they don't care if there is no productivity. They don't care if the country loses in the medium to long term. They don't care. So you're seeing a situation now where it's a different approach taken. Yes, you're going to find, people who are not X, Y, and Z still functioning. But at the end of the day, we have to move to that level where we develop our country in such a way that the people know that if you're a nurse, you're going to be doing nursing, right? No square pegs in the wrong hole. You see the point? That is what we want to foster as we move forward. So Grenada is being transformed. And it's step by step by step. Some people believe that the NDC has to do everything now. You hear people saying, I want that piece of road done now. And I want that piece of drain done now. Because they are getting accustomed to a government that's fixing stuff. And I was saying to one of those ministers, we have to kind of slow down a bit. But they say they can't slow down because people kind of believe that the NDC will fix everything and will get everything done. That expectation, we need to kind of, tame it a bit, calm it down a bit, slow it down a bit. That expectation, because everything cannot be done one time, same time. It will take some time, right? And if people understand that, we as a country will move forward. I know we have created that high expectation because you see things happening. Things are being fixed. You've seen it, right? And within 12 months, what we have seen, it's like these guys going to run out of stuff to do because they're doing so much. And within a short space of time, but we still have to kind of get our people to that place where they understand the government cannot provide work for everybody. The government cannot fix everything instantly. We have to kind of get our people to that place where they know things will happen, but some of the things that you want happen will take some time. So there is no need for you to start complaining, grinding, and groaning or screaming aloud. It will take some time, but it will be done. It will be fixed. Right? So again, the government has to kind of pace it, huh? They have to pace it because the expectation of our people are pretty high. And if they get so accustomed to everything happening now, right? Because I remember when NDC won the election, the Honorable Emlyn Pear, she came out with this kind of no, and fix this no, and fix that no, and we want that no, and mind you, that kind of catch on because people are seeing the NDC doing a lot and they fixing stuff. So there's a high expectation, right? But again, we have to kind of calm it down a bit because we're going on to the second year and the third and the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh and we're going to get the job done. We're going to fix stuff. But, our people must understand the ministers cannot fix everything one time. The ministers cannot fix everything instantly. So we have to kind of calm down, right? And that expectation needs to be, you have to understand how it can affect the government and party down the road. So you have to kind of watch that going down the road there, right? But by and large, everything seemed to be on track. And I want to again commend you, the people, for making it successful, making it happen, right? You, the people, home and abroad, not just here in Grenada. If you want to know how strong the NDC is, just check in the diaspora, check Canada, check the United States, check the United Kingdom, and you will know how powerful, how strong the NDC is, because the people out there in the diaspora, they love our most honorable Deacon Mitchell. They love the young team. And our Grenadian people are conscious-minded people. It might take some time for it to roll in, to activate. But our Grenadian people are conscious-minded people. They could take and take and take, But when they see stupidness, they know it's stupidness, and they get fed up with stupidness, right? And they move to that next level. Believe you me, our Grenadian brothers and sisters are following keenly what is happening in our country. And they want good for Grenada. They want good for Carriacou. They want good for PT Martinique. And the outpouring of love and support for this young team of men and women is tremendous. It is, beyond real. Some people would say it's like there's a hand all over in this. Grenadians, home and abroad, want this government to succeed. They want this young team to succeed. I remember having a conversation with a gentleman who said to me he voted once for the NNP. And the reason why he voted for the NNP was because at the time when Raphael Fletcher, right, and Keith Mitchell fell out, or the NNP, they had some kind of problems in there. And NNP just, they fresh on the scene, so to speak. Keith Mitchell was fresh on the scene. He was Minister of Works, right? And then he became Prime Minister. And because he was new, and the gentleman said, he was giving him a chance, right? He was actually giving him a chance to prove himself. And I think that is where the Grenadian people are. They want the NDC to be given a fair chance to prove themselves, right? They have already started that, but a fair chance. So when the NNP coming around as despots, they're desperate. People start questioning that. How they so desperate? How the NNP supporters are so desperate? Every time you put on your radio, you hear this voice of desperate people, and that's the NNP. They're acting as as drakes, as I said, some of them are back political drakes. That is how they're acting. That is how they're functioning. Give the young men and women a fair chance to do what they have to do. You were there for 23 years and a half. Give this young team of men and women a fair chance to govern, to transform Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Give them 15 years. Give them 20 years. Give them 25 years. And you will see how Grenada will be transformed for the betterment of our people. Very, very important. So I continue to say to you, the viewers and the listeners, we have a duty to defend and promote this young team, this young government. We have a duty because the NNP is working overtime to not, all right, to stand in the way, for a better, statement here. They're working overtime to stand in the way, to obstruct, to block, to prevent. Every time you listen to them, they are not about, positivity. They are not about Grenada moving forward. No. They're all about their party and themselves. That is what they want. And they miss what they had. So I'm saying we have our work cut out for us as a people, home and abroad, and we could do it. We have started that process already. All right? We have to work overtime to ensure that this team of men and women succeed and that Grenada is transformed. We have our work cut out for us. All right? Remember, the most honorable Deacon Mitchell will be going to Canada. And, we want to encourage all the folks in Canada, once you could make it, be a part of that gala, be a part of, the events and activities that they have planned for you out there.
Hello, Grenadians in Canada and friends of Grenadians in Canada. This is a special invitation from me, Prime Minister of Grenada, inviting you to join me on the 1st of July 2023 at Bellevue Manor for a special evening, a grand gala. Accompanying me will be the Honorable Joseph Andal, MP for St. Patrick West and Minister for Foreign Affairs. The gala is in aim of raising funds to assist us in building a resource center in Grenada. The resource center will be a hub for community activities, for training, for meeting, greeting, and for conventions. So, we invite all of you to come out and join us. Your donation to this event is only $250 and space is limited, so we really do invite you to get your tickets early. I look forward to meeting, greeting, and sharing a meal with all of you as we look to move Grenada forward. I look forward to seeing you on the 1st of July.
That's out there in Canada, the 1st of July, So make it a date and be a part of that. Make it a date and be a part of that. And again, folks, I am saying if we can teach our young people, right, that they too can one day become a minister of government, become a prime minister. Because, before it was a situation where you have to be an old person or a senior person to be in that seat, to occupy that seat. But what the young people were able to do is to say and to actually, prove those who were saying, young people can't do it wrong. They were able to do that, to prove to us, to everybody, that they can do it. So you can aspire to be like them one day. All right? Folks, the COVID cases continue to be a concern. So do not believe that we are free from COVID and so on. Do not believe that at all. The government, they're doing all in their power to educate us, sensitize, because we have to live with that. And that's something that you need to know. We have to live with COVID being around. So you cannot go in your room and hide and say, well, it would not come my way. Then there would be no productivity. So you can't panic. You can't be too worried about this. It's out there. Take the necessary precautionary measures. You can't run away from it. We have to learn to live with it. Also, we know of some other diseases. We heard Dr. Sean Charles speaking about it, and they are doing their very best. All right? Their very best. We are in the hurricane season also, so you have to prepare for any eventuality. You have to. It's not easy, but you have to prepare. All right? I want to open up the line tonight. To give you the opportunity to speak. Again, the number is 415-4817, 415-4817. So I want to give you the opportunity to speak. The number again, 415-4817. That's the number to call to get on the inside, to have your say. 415-4817. You're free to talk about anything. All right? It's an open line, an open opportunity for you to talk, to have your say. I am very, very pleased with what I have seen, with all the events, all the activities. They were well organized. They were very, very successful. And you too can attest to that. The NDC is on the right track. On the right track. And our people are coming forward to volunteer, coming forward to make everything a great success. And that is what we want to see. I remember the NNP at a time was like that. But now they have real fighting, real problems within the NNP. It's chaotic. It's a wreck. The NDC is on the right track where that is concerned in terms of, being united, understanding the needs of our people, working towards that, and bringing our people together. Most importantly, bringing our people together. That is very important. And you're demonstrating that the NDC is demonstrating that they're the better party every time, always organized and could organize stuff. Look at the national address, right? Look at the candlelight vigil and prayer. It was just classic, right? Classy and it is just well organized. Well organized. So the NDC, and that is what people want. People want to be able to associate themselves with a party that's organized, a party that's united, a party with one leader, and a team of men and women who are working hard for the people. And that is what we are seeing in the NDC. Unlike the NNP is real infighting, real problems within that organization, if you ask me, right? Plenty infighting, political rumblings and so on in there. But folks, it's an open line. I want to give you the opportunity to speak. If you want to call, you can. If you want to say something, you can. You've seen all the events, all the activities. If you want to comment on it, you can. The number is 415-4817. 415-4817. You are free to talk. All right? Do not believe that I have the monopoly on ideas. No. If you want to talk, you can. Something that I need to also say to you, and someone was speaking about that today. In fact, I went to check her out, a good friend who came from the United States of America. And she said something that is very important. We, the NDC supporters, should never help the NNP with the misinformation, with the circulation of the misinformation and the propaganda. Because what the NNP has been able to do successfully so is cause our people to share stuff, to circulate stuff, misleading stuff, bad stuff about our government or members of the government or the party or supporters of the party. So they would cook up stories and send that to you. And then you would send it to 5 or 6 of your friends. And when they do that, they get you to send it to your 5 friends. Your 5 friends will send it to other people. and then the things start circulating. You have to reach to that place where you're so disciplined, you don't want to hear or see or follow these different programs that the NNP, have. You're not interested, and then there are supporters of the NNP, pundits who have podcasts, right? So you have a number of them. You would come across them from time to time, but don't share it, right? Do not help them to spread their misinformation. You should never be interested in even hearing it. I say to people, and that's Kem Jones. I have not, right, personally listened to Jenny Simon on her program. I have not personally listened to this guy, Mosquito Man, on his podcast. I have not personally listened to this James guy, right? He used to be a police at once. Something happened and he's no longer police, right? I don't listen. I'm not interested. You see the point? So we have to be very careful in circulating and sharing stuff. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, Brother Kim, and how are you this
I'm
evening?
fine, thanks, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. I just like to congratulate you in doing such an awesome work in promoting and forwarding the agenda of the government.
Thanks.
You have been the backbone of the forwarding agenda.
Yeah.
And I would like to also congratulate the most honorable, loved Deacon Mitchell and his cabinet for doing such a great work for the past year. And I know the future will be great under his stewardship.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Plenty love. Yeah.
Thank
you very much. Plenty love. And I want to say good evening to the lessees of their in Ladig. All right. It's so important that we understand that, right? Because too many times we share stuff and we're helping the enemy. That is exactly what is happening. You should not be interested in that. We have to become so disciplined, so mature that you don't want to hear and you would not share it. Let me take that call at this point. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, Kim.
Hi, good evening.
Kim, I'd like you to just say thank you to the nurses and the medical team at Pedwater Station. Just say thank you to them for the health fair they conducted today at Country Coast. So I thought that was awesome.
It was wonderful.
I happened to pop in there.
Beautiful.
Very
Nice.
So I guess more communities might be following suit, but I thought today it's really worth a mention so they can keep up the good work.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Plenty love. Great.
Right.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
All right. Wonderful. Yeah. Good. The nurses, you all did a wonderful job today. And the people throughout that area and those who came by, they're impressed. And my very good friend, I could tell you, when she's impressed with what you're doing, you bet your bottom dollar that you're doing a fantastic job. A fantastic job. Yeah, so I want to urge you, because if you listen to all of these little podcasts and programs, you could forget for a moment that you're living in Grenada, because they're giving you the impression that everything is falling down. Even if you know that all the good things are happening, they're just negative, over and over again. But we have to become more positive as a people. We want good for Grenada. Good evening, caller.
Good night, Kim.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, I'm calling from Richmond, St. Andrews. Kim, I really want to congratulate the people that put the candle visual and the prayer session together.
Yes.
The Holy Spirit was there that night. I was there, so I could tell you, Kim, it was real an anointing service.
Yes.
Those who
I heard
didn't
it was
make it,
really, really good.
well, they really missed something, but I know because of the weather, some people maybe did not come. But I tell you, that was real Holy Ghost and fire down there.
Yeah, that's nice.
Even the town hall meeting was good, but I tell you, Jesus was in Las Angeles on Friday night.
Yeah,
Anyhow, can keep up the good work.
thank you very much.
All
All
right, good
right.
night.
Plenty love. Yeah. Thank you very much. Indeed. Yes. All the activities, they were very, very successful. And, some friends said to me, well, Kem Jones, well, I mean, when we going back up to Karaku, you know, yeah, every single one of the activity, they were all very, very successful. And it's because of you, the people. And I want you to take a bow, right? You deserve it. You continue to make every single thing that the NDC does a success. And you need to take that credit. You need to take that credit. You're doing a wonderful job. And that is what we want. We want you to be so involved in your party, so involved in the governance of the country that you want to be there. You want to be involved in the process and every single thing from the start, right? That is what we really want to see as we move along. All right, good. Again, the number is 415-4817, 415-4817. That's the number to call to get on the inside to have your say. Still have about 10 minutes left in the program. If you want to chit chat, you can. I would love to hear your take on all the events, all the activities, and how you see things going as we move along. You're free. If you want to call, you can. The number is 415-4817. 415-4817. You can call me on WhatsApp or you can call me straight on that number. Right? You can actually do that. Nice. So quite a number of the activities, boy, oh boy. I want to say to you, don't forget my first event. And you'll be hearing some more about that. My first event on August the 3rd. And we want that too to be very successful. You can get your tickets on ridebuy.com. Ride by, that's RYDEBUY.com. You can go right there and get the tickets, right? Earlier you buy the tickets. It's better for me in terms of organizing. Remember, it will be a live band, Solid the band, one of the better bands on island, and one of the better DJs, Selector Beast. All right, Selector Beast. Remember, it's all inclusive, so food, drinks, and music. It will be at Wildwoods Park, close to the BBC Beach, right there. Just walk and go on the beach itself. So again, it starts at 4. It's a day into night event, a Hawaiian style event, right? So in terms of, the attire, you kind of get a sense as to what I'm talking about. I want to encourage you to be a part of that. All right. Good evening. Hello.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, no, I'm live currently. Hey, George, I'll call you after.
Sorry, Kim.
I'll call you after. No problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. All right. My good partner, George. Warm there. Yeah. So again, the number 415-4817, That's the number to call. We still have about 8 minutes left in the program for tonight. Still have about 8 minutes left in the program for tonight. So again, I want to give you the accolades and all the applause. You're doing a fantastic job as supporters of the party, as supporters of the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and the NDC team. You're doing a fantastic job. I want to applaud you. Those on social media, those who call the radio, those who are out there on a day-to-day basis, defending, promoting, and so on, the party and the government, you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you for doing that. Do not underestimate your role in all of this. Do not underestimate it. All right? Again, the number 415-4817. We still have some time. If you want to call, you can. And never reach to that place where you believe that your contribution is not appreciated or valuable. You might be amazed when you open your mouth and start to speak on issues. You might be amazed. Trust me on that one. All right? Nice. So let us continue to do what we are doing. So far, so good. If you follow what has happened in the last, couple months, weeks leading up to this, they've all been very, very, very successful. And I applaud all the folks who are working very hard. Many a times we don't see everybody who doing the work. We might see one or two, but not everybody. There are people behind the scenes doing a lot of work to make things happen, to make sure that things are successful. I met people at the stadium yesterday who said straight up, they don't gamble, they don't participate in bingos, but because the NDC was having that bingo, they had to come and buy a ticket or two, win or not. They were supporting their party, and that's the kind of attitude we need to have as we move along. You're supporting your party. You want everything that the party does to be successful. That's the attitude we need to have as we move forward. Very, very important. Right? We have to go all in to make sure that it's successful. And I hope the folks who can't make it to my first activity can purchase a ticket as a form of support, right? It's August the 3rd, that's Thursday, August the 3rd at Wildwood Park. If you can't make it to the event, you can just go online as I am speaking to you now. You can go online with your credit card, your debit card, and you can purchase that ticket as I speak to you now. And within 10 seconds, it's done, right? The ticket costs 110 US. It's 300 EC. It's an all-inclusive event, all-inclusive. So you're going to get local food, right? You're going to get food. You're going to get drinks, and you're going to get live band music, right? It's a big people thing, so to speak. So if you can't make it, buy a ticket. So for example, you might be in Caracou, you might be in Petit Martinique. You're not able to make it, but you want to, be there in spirit, so to speak, and support. You can just go online and purchase a ticket. And once you do that, that will be appreciated. So it's 300 EC for the ticket. The US is 110 US. So Canadian, somebody asked how much Canadian. It's 150 Canadian. It'll be about 150 Canadian. Yes, 102, right. So it'll be 150 Canadian. All right. So again, just saying that event is the Thursday. So you have Carnival is on the 14th and 15th this year. All right. So August, the first week in August, that's when I'm having this activity. All right. So I want to say to you, please purchase a ticket or two, and you can do so online easily. Easily. You go online, ride, that's RYDEBUY. That's ridebuy.com. And you can go in there, you would see the flyer of my event, and then you click that, you go and you, within no time, you would be able to buy the ticket, purchase the ticket. All right? So, folks, I want to thank you very much for being a part of the program tonight. I want to wish you all the best. I want to thank you for your continued support. And I want to applaud you for all that you have done over the last 12 months or so to make sure that this government is extremely successful. All right. So again, right. So this person here. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. You're live.
Yes, I would just like to commend my government for a job well done. I would also like to say to them that they are doing a job that was expected from a government that didn't care anything about our people.
All right.
With all the lies that was told, for example, just imagine $462 million for the pension, only a lie. How could we as a people support a government? NL, thanks for everything and goodbye.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, folks, thank you very much there, caller. Thank you very much indeed. I want to thank everyone for being a part of the program. I want to wish you all the best. Take good care and have a